Oh, good for you.
You son of a bitch. Let me finish my pitch.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Screen Shots. My name is Mark Tribino. This is Johnny Cruz. We've got Troy Javaris, I remembered at this time, and Adam Eldeeb.
Yo. I beat Mark's stepbrother in basketball today.
But there are no witnesses, so
Yeah, there are no witnesses.
Yeah,
so
not when I was finished with him.
Anyway, welcome to the episode.
ass?
Screenshots, the drinking game movie podcast. Today is a special bonus episode. The title is, Johnny, what are we calling this episode?
Well, I had to wear sunglasses to say this title because this podcast is going to be so controversial and so volatile that I couldn't bear to look at it with my eyeballs. So I put sunglasses on to protect. It's bad movies that are actually good. So we're gonna have some pocket hot takes.
Pocket hot takes.
You don't want to riff on my setup anymore. I just threw you a
I
golden.
don't.
I just
I
threw you a golden
I don't.
meatball.
You say things that like no one would have any idea what to run with. What do I say to it's a pocket hot?
But what
What?
would
Anyway,
What
this
do
is
you say to that?
this is bad
What was
movies
the-
that are actually
We
good.
literally-
So basically, the premise is that we're gonna do some rounds, right? And whoever wins the round gets a point. Blah blah blah. Mark's gonna figure out all the boring stuff later. But we're each gonna pitch a movie that's known as a bad movie that maybe failed at the box office, maybe not. And we're gonna give our argument as to why it's actually great. And this is gonna be like, well, I won't defend the movie, but I like it. No, this is movies that we actually think are good and that people also should think good. And if anybody else doesn't agree with us and thinks these movies are bad, it's because they're deliberately doing so and they're a piece of shit and they should all lose their left arm.
Did you say liberal?
What? Jesus Christ. Don't get all political on us. This is a family podcast.
Just kidding. I love the liberals. I love the alt-right. I love everyone.
No, what are you
Wait, wait.
I'm just kidding.
We can't post it. What the fuck is happening right now?
No,
Yeah, he can
the
post
alt-right
it.
is
We're-
really bad.
Okay.
Don't ever listen to them. Listen to me.
that sounded sarcastic.
I'm just kidding. I'm actually
sweating.
Do you like
lived
China?
hard.
I'm sweating because I beat Zach in basketball. We should probably start talking about the movies soon.
That'd be a good idea.
I'm sweating.
I'm not going to go
'cause
first,
I'm
though. I think Adam
sweaty.
should go first.
Round one in 3, 2, 1.
That was some good stuff.
Good stuff. No one did anything that anyone could actually understand.
We didn't actually have a break. I went down and made the world's
Yeah,
fastest
he
peanut
left to
butter
make a
sandwich.
peanut butter sandwich. Not the fastest either.
Yes,
All right.
it was.
All right, Adam. What's your next
My name is
scene?
Johnny.
Okay.
Fall asleep, why don't you?
Yeah,
Next.
my God.
What were you guys talking about? A goddamn sandwich? Freaking.
Go. What's your next
I
scene?
made the world's fastest sandwich. Oh yeah, Batman.
Oh
Robin.
my God.
Adam's literally watching his scene
That was-
play out
that
on the
was
TV.
like that-
It's
I
that
wonder
what
good.
movie this is.
It is just that good. This movie is Batman and Robin. This movie is absolutely insane. Just watch that clip. Bro, this movie is crazy. There is literally a scene. So right now, Mr. Freeze is like escaping and everything. He gets into a rocket and he's flying in the air at one point. They like break metal off of the rocket because he ejects himself and it's going to explode with Batman and Robin in it. They break off pieces of sheet metal from the rocket, fly down into the city, and surf on buildings without any repercussions of gravity. Do not give a shit. This is probably one of the funniest movies you could ever watch. Mr. Freeze is played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and all he does is straight ice puns.
He was
Ice to meet you. Have an ice day. You know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Yes.
He was tricked into doing this movie somehow.
I don't know what they did to convince
Wait, is this
him.
3 years before he was governor?
I
California.
have no idea.
And then there's Bane in this movie. He
Yeah,
looks like
Bane
a
shows
weird.
up.
Oh, yeah.
Bane.
I kind of like Bane from this movie.
It's
I thought
actually
Bane
probably the
was-
most
I thought
comic
Bane was
accurate.
cool. Yeah.
He was pretty scary, honestly. When I was a kid, I was a little frightened.
My favorite scene in this is when the robot AI Alfred is like, "Hey, Alicia Silverstone, here's a bat suit.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne didn't train you, but go jump off buildings."
Oh, yeah. This is a George Clooney Batman. This is where you get bat nipples. You get the Batman credit card.
Were there
right?
bat nipples on the female costume?
Yes.
Were there?
Oh
and
my
they
God!
zoomed in on
I have
her
to
ass.
watch this movie.
They zoomed in on her ass specifically.
Well, they zoom in on George
Look at
Clooney's
his
ass,
nipples. This is gay. Like, they even
What's wrong with
What's
that?
wrong with that?
What's wrong with that, Adam?
I'm promoting it. Yeah, you can't get me. But yeah, yo, if you could hear the shit they got Arnold Schwarzenegger to say, it's absolutely hammy garbage. But also, It's a very fun practical effects. The sets are huge. The practical effects are crazy. It's like a living cartoon. Look at that shit. It's awesome.
I'm pretty sure I watched this in theaters.
Look at Batman, dude. You can't
Johnny,
tell me
stop
it's
chewing into the mic.
There's like a little kid threw up on a movie with a two.
Exactly.
This is like a kid ate a $200 million and then threw up a movie.
Yep. Look at this shit. What's that to do with Mr. Freeze? He has freaking metal wings. Wait, the best part is about to happen. Look at this shit. Yo, you are about to shit a brick when you see the bullshit they do.
It looks so silly.
Think about the tension.
Yeah, this
You're
looks
like,
ridiculous.
how's Batman and Robin gonna get out of here?
The ice looks like a fucking McDonald's toy.
It does,
Yeah,
it
the
does.
plastic they would use.
He has a laser.
Why is that like a specific tool that he has?
My ice cutting laser.
Why can't he just punch the ice?
Look at George Clooney, bro.
Poor George Clooney? How
Wait, you're
embarrassing.
about to see the most insane shit.
It's so funny that he. did
There's
this
also
movie.
a scene where Batman defeats the Mr. Freeze. He like puts a device that he's never talked about, says the heat is on, and then he just shoves him, and you never see what the device did. He just shoved him off the roof, and he fell.
They just jump out of a missile.
There they go.
No way! They're gonna run. They're gonna surf.
Yes!
What the
Look at
fuck?
that explosion! That's crazy.
They're gonna air.
That's what they just land on the roofs like
That's
that.
So good.
No parachute, not
Holy
shit.
shit! I gotta watch
Dude,
that. I gotta.
that is
I gotta
such a-
watch all the. I was gonna do. I was
Batman
gonna,
Forever?
I was gonna watch the original Batman after I watched Metropolis
Really?
because the Gotham is like inspired by that apparently.
Dude, watch Batman Forever too.
Yeah.
They're so good.
I haven't seen
Jim-
those in so long.
I'm gonna just watch Batman Returns because Michelle Pfeiffer's in it.
I haven't seen that one.
Gonna
in like
perv
This
out
is like the
decade.
only Batman with like a full-fledged Robin, right?
No,
Yeah.
Robin is introduced in Batman Forever,
Yeah.
which is a movie on its own. I could put in this challenge as well.
I heard that's like an underrated movie.
It's insane. It's just
that's
as
the Riddler
insane
one,
as it is.
right? That's the
Yeah.
Riddler one? Okay.
And Two-Face.
Two-Face.
What's his name? Plays Two-Face.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee
Yes.
Jones.
Oh yeah, that's
They're
weird.
Him and Jim Carrey.
They hate each other. Or
Their
he hates-
performances were absolutely insane.
Tommy Lee Jones hates Jim Carrey, apparently.
Yeah, you could tell.
When you
This
say
is pretty-
insane, do you mean like in a good way or a bad way?
I mean the best way possible. Like,
Okay.
Like they're just absolutely nuts. Like they
I
look
saw
like they just
there was a
escaped the mental
theory
asylum.
because in Batman Forever, the Riddler or somebody releases like a gas that makes everybody in Gotham dumb, but then they like beat up the Riddler and they don't like fix it. So and then there's a theory that's why Batman and Robin is so dumb
Are you
because
saying in
everybody
Batman Forever?
in Batman Forever, there's like the Riddler makes everybody dumb with like some kind of gas,
It's not gas.
or whatever. What is
No,
it?
no. He plays something on TV.
Yes.
That, like
Yes.
drains knowledge from
Yes.
your brain.
So that's why. And then, so that was the theory. That there people are saying that's why in Batman and Robin, everybody and everything is so dumb because they never put all the knowledge back in.
Bro, there's a
Makes
scene.
sense.
There's a scene where they bid for Poison Ivy because she has those pheromones that makes
yeah.
men attracted. Everyone's bidding.
And he pulls out.
$10 million. He's like, the Bat credit card. And they literally play a ching sound right after he pulls it out.
Yeah.
It's awesome, dude. This movie is so good.
That's
brilliant. That's brilliant.
Okay, all right.
Who's up next?
Troy, what do you got for us?
My next movie is one of the many, 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 many Godzilla sequels. And this one, what? This one specifically is Godzilla Final Wars. This was meant to be the cap of the franchise. It was early 2000s they made this. They, it was like the swan song of the franchise, essentially. The one to end it all. And this movie is so much fun. It is unreal. So the human stuff is you can see on the TV. There's people. They're like aliens from outer space.
Get him! Fuck you! You said people.
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 Oh boy.
You gotta take a shot. You gotta take a shot.
Okay, I'll do it after.
Sorry,
after
I
do the
interrupted your
spiel.
thought.
Okay.
I know. That right. Oh my God, that's amazing. That scene. So pretty much what happens is these aliens come from outer space, and they're just people dressed in leather, and they look like Matrix characters, and they all have superpowers, and they do like crazy, stupid kung fu moves.
I've definitely seen
They have
this.
laser guns. It's amazing.
Is this is this the one where the aliens are like, you guys are gonna be our new cattle or something?
Like
Maybe,
every movie.
yeah. Maybe that's something
Yeah,
that's
I
a
don't
plot. I don't remember. I know the one dude has like latent superhero powers and everything. So they have
The
some
human
hero
beat
fights.
plot
Is
looks
there, like-
interesting.
Is there like
Yeah, it's crazy.
a white bald man?
White? No, the only white guy is they showed him. He has a big Tom Selleck mustache.
right.
That guy.
Holy
Shit,
That guy.
Dude, you said Tom Selleck at the same time.
That's the one with the alligator.
And he carries a samurai sword around with him, and he's the one white guy in the whole movie, and he speaks English in a Japanese movie. It's great, and he's terrible. He's a terrible actor.
I'm pretty sure this one has alligator.
Alligator?
Yeah, it's one of my words, asshole.
Shut up.
You do that every time. You do that every time. You got me to say what? Banana, Chipotle, China. You taught me to say all this stupid shit. I fucking hate you.
Okay, well,
It's so funny.
anyway, so I think the suits in this movie are amazing. All the monsters look awesome. And they went overboard with like the choreography. Normally it's like two dudes in rubber suits punching each other. Not so much in this one. This one, oh my God, the stuff they do. There's this one armadillo type monster. His name is Anguirus, and he has all spikes on him. He curls up into a ball. Another monster comes up behind him, punts him like a football, and he goes flying into another monster and hits him and knocks him out. It's so great.
I'm definitely watching this.
Yeah, I'd watch it with you. It's amazing.
The fighting looks like Gun Kata or whatever it's called. Gun Fu.
Gun Fu.
Is that with Christian Bale?
The movie? Is movie
Yeah,
called
whatever.
Gun Fu?
No,
Yeah.
you're thinking of Equilibrium.
Oh, I'm thinking of something else then? Okay.
And what's amazing about this movie is that there's a scene in the 90s, the Roland Emmerich Godzilla came out, the American movie.
Yeah, 1998.
Yes, and it was terrible, and everyone hated it, and Toho hated it. Makes like Japanese Godzilla movies. That monster appears in this for like 3 seconds. He shows up, like this dude who's on screen right now. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna fight my best monster, Godzilla. I'm gonna kill you." And he sends down Zilla to fight regular Godzilla, and this crazy metal, crazy music pops up, and it's intense. And then Godzilla literally smacks him in no less than 3 seconds and murders him and shoves him into the Sydney Opera House
I've
and
seen
burns
that
him
scene
alive.
before.
It's so good.
You always bring up these Godzilla movies, which is kind of fun.
I love Godzilla. And this is like the Godzilla movie for Godzilla fans.
On a scale of I'm like okay, good to great to amazing, what would you give it?
So from like a fan, like for me, a Godzilla fan, it's amazing. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. But if you're just watching it, like if you were to watch it or something like that, you probably wouldn't feel the same way, which is why I use this movie for today's example, because it's probably a shitty movie in reality, but I don't care.
You kind of expect that when you watch the Godzilla movies. Like anything that's like not Hollywood, you like have to extend your disbelief even further. So it's like it's gonna be a shit show. You're gonna have fun.
But this like takes it to like the next like level. Like it like embraces it kind of. It's like this is like they embrace the cheese, the craziness. There's this one that had me rolling. This isn't funny. This isn't a funny joke, but I had me hilarious. The big Tom Selleck guy goes to punch this alien lady in the face, right? She just was like a regular woman, regular Japanese woman. And she says something like, and you know, he goes at her with a closed fist, and she goes, "You wouldn't hit a lady, would you?" And he slowly opens his hand and smacks her. It had me on the floor. It was so funny.
No, you're right. That's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. Troy.
It was just the delivery that was hilarious.
Hurting women is funny to you?
Yeah, what the hell, bro?
It's an alien, actually.
Hurting alien women is funny to you?
If they're gonna blow up the planet,
So-
they're coming. But yeah, it's such a
right.
fun time.
That's
It is
pretty
such a
good.
fun movie. Now I gotta drink and kill myself or something.
Yeah, you have to take 2 shots.
Yeah, you take two.
why
You gotta take a shot and a half.
showing
It's a
me?
shot and a
A shot
half.
and a half.
A shot and a half.
Okay. Adam's the fool for making me drive here. Just remember, I have the wheel on the way home.
I saw
Idiot.
spoilers for the Batman. I saw a meme where it was like the Riddler going Bruce Wayne, and it's Jordan Peele sweating, and it says Batman. It's
Dude, that was
Okay.
that
All right.
bait was crazy.
All right, Johnny, what do you got for us? Stop chewing your sandwich.
Keep
play the
chewing.
clip.
All right.
You know what the fuck this movie is. Volume up.
I know this movie.
I've never seen it.
It's about the allegory.
Shut up.
Surprise. Get that cone out of my face!
That's it.
Why do you want to?
Such a
That's
great movie,
it?
dude. That's such a great movie.
Everyone loves this movie, though.
No, they got shitty reviews. But this is the same director as Napoleon Dynamite, Jared Hess, and you know it's not like it's just a strange little movie. It's really sweet though. Like it has like a nice little story to it about him, about Nacho Libre.
Look at the video
trying
you
to
chose.
get-
It's like showing in slow motion him slapping
Cut
the
to a
corn.
dramatic shot of the corn laying on the floor on the ground. But it's oh my god, it's so funny. It's full of scenes like that where it's, get that corn out of my face. But like through all the dumb funny stuff, there is like a really nice story behind there, and And I do. I just there's so many like the one like there's so many random like weird little vignettes in the movie like where they go to get they climb up the cliff. He climbs up the cliff to get the eagle egg so he can so he can drink it. And he cracks it open and he drinks it, and it's like he doesn't get any of it.
He like misses all of it.
And then he goes to dive off the cliff, and he just goes, and he does like a big fart and stuff. But like, I think it has a really nice, like, dude. There's a few shots where I'm like, there's something to this movie, like artistically, man. Like, there's a few times in this
Like
movie,
the camera work or something.
like
or?
there's when they're showing, they're doing like a montage of him fighting all the wrestlers.
right.
And the way that they have this like full shot of all the wrestlers like standing there, kind of like in like a Tony Hawk kind of like selection menu type thing. But there's something to that where it shows their name. Like there's a weird little tone to this movie that I really like a lot. But I don't really have that much else to say about it because it's just like a really funny movie.
Somehow
I
haven't
liked
seen
it. I liked the movie. It came out when I was in elementary school, so like
Rico from Hannah
everyone was
Montana's in
talking
it,
about it.
I think.
I don't. He is in it. Yeah, you're right. He's
Hannah
one of the
Montana was a good
orphans.
show.
Hannah
Huh?
Montana was great.
I actually really like that.
I like Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana?
I love the Disney shows. Reminds me of what it would like to have no responsibility. Anyway, guys.
No, I'm not done yet.
Okay, what do you got to say? Nothing.
I like Ram. Well, this is actually based off like a real wrestler.
I think I knew that actually.
Some real like the Jared Hess guy went and like researched some like real Mexican wrestling leagues and stuff. Also, those weird twins that show up are pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I forgot about those. I like when he baptized. I like when he smears the poop on his
Ew.
eyeballs.
I don't remember
Smear the
that.
poop on the eye.
What Nacho Libre
Classic
did you
move.
watch?
But beneath a man is his clothes, and beneath his clothes is a man, and beneath the man you have his nucleus.
Okay, we're gonna go into the rating now.
Do it!
I will do it. Relax, all right, buddy. We're gonna do the ratings now. I have no idea how I'm gonna rate this. I think what I'm going to do is base it off of what movies I actually do and don't like, and if you've convinced me they're a good movie, only me.
Oh,
you guys
I
can't do
didn't know
that.
that was
Only
the-
I
that
can do
was the
that.
goal
That's
here.
too bad. That sucks, penis. All right.
Hey, not that there's anything wrong
There's
with
nothing
that.
wrong
You
with
homophobic
nothing
piece
wrong
of
with
shit.
penis.
Did you say sucking dick is wrong?
I think I'm gonna do it 1 out of 5 because 1 out of 10 is too much. I give Adam a 5 because he went all out for explaining his thing. The value of your performance was very high. I give you a 5.
Thank you.
I give you a 5.
I'm very passionate about that movie.
Oh, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's beautiful.
Troy's I'm gonna give a 4 because I like how he's consistent with Godzilla. And I remember watching Godzilla when I was in elementary school because I'd be sick all the time. I come home and rent it from Blockbuster and watch them all.
Uh-huh.
And I remember all the like really annoying kids would talk about Godzilla, and I'm like, oh, they're so stupid. I hate those kids. Then I'd go home and watch Godzilla. So it'd be a disservice for myself and all the people I didn't like in elementary school if I gave it a low score. So I give you a 4. I'll give I like Nacho Libre too. I'm gonna have to tie you with Troy with 2 4s and a 5. I mean, you guys.
I think he did better than me. I kind of just like.
But I like Nacho Libre. I really do. Fine, then you know what? We need a loser. You'll get a 3.9.
Excellent.
3.9.
All right. Take half a
That
shot.
happened.
Guys, we're gonna go into the next round in 3. Actually, wait, take your shot first.
I think.
What was that?
I think we should go like whenever we start with my movie, just say like, "Oh, my bad movie is this," because we keep saying my next movie, and it's like,
I love how Johnny, in the middle of recording a podcast, he's like, "Hey, I think we should do this now." It's like as if we haven't been recording
you know what we
for
should
fucking
do.
an hour.
You know what I think would help this podcast a lot
Adam not being on it.
if we made it good.
Well, maybe you should stop chewing into the microphone, burping into stuff, interrupting people,
Burping in it.
and
No,
coming up
no.
with critiques halfway through the episode, as if we didn't already start. Drink your shot. Let's go.
No, the chewing
Stop
is good.
dragging that on the table. Oh my
I
god.
think the chewing adds
Okay.
to the podcast.
Next
talking
part
about
in
it over
3, 2, 1. Not that you're very talented, but I'd pay you as the talent because your only job is to be you. But sometimes, like 20% of you being yourself is a detriment to the show. 20%.
Yeah, it's funny, right?
Not that 20%. No. All right, Adam. What do you got?
Guess what song I'm singing.
All right, asshole. Are you starting?
No, we're not starting with that. You're 20%ing right now. You're 20%ing fucking hard.
You better keep that in. Adam, go. Hurry up, go.
Adam.
Are we still going?
Adam.
Yes, you better not cut that.
I'm
Go.
cutting it.
I'm
Adam.
giving you gold.
Adam, what do we got?
All right, we got The Babysitter, Killer Queen. The first movie, The Babysitter, was ironically really funny. Like, it's literally just a bunch of TikTok stars and dipshits, and they just make them all try to murder a bunch of kids so they can gain immortality by doing a Satanist ritual.
Wait, is Samara Weaving in this?
Huh?
The blonde girl, the hot one.
Yes,
her. Is she in this?
Yes.
Oh, she's great. I love her.
She is the babysitter.
Oh, dude, I love her.
She actually is a legacy character within the series.
You're a jerk.
But yeah, she's the main babysitter. It starts off with this dorky ass loser kid who is really into his babysitter, and he almost gets sacrificed, but he ends up defeating all these TikTok and freaking Vine stars and shit. And King Bach is in it, or Batch, or whatever you want to call him.
God.
He brings his big
Spoonful?
spoon. Yeah.
Only a spoonful.
He gets a spoonful of an underage child. And,
Oh my God.
Yeah, but basically,
What is
Killer
he,
Queen
Adam
is a
Levine?
sequel of all that. Okay, shut the hell up. Freaking Ant-Man and the Wasp, loser. Yeah, you see Batch or Bach or whatever, and freaking, what's her name from Step
Bella
Up?
Thorne.
Yeah,
no,
Bella
you're thinking of
Thorne.
Shake It Up. Not
Shake
Step
it up, shake it up. That show was ass. But yeah, Bella Thorne is in it. She acts like a slut,
Directed
I
by
guess.
Mick McGee. Directed this.
Who the hell is that?
What the hell
You
is
don't
that?
know who McGee is?
No.
I don't think I want
He's
to
the
know.
guy. He's the guy who directed the Terminator Salvation. So when Christian Bale was going, "What the fuck are you doing? It's fucking
fucking him."
distracting trying to do the scene." And I'm going, "What the fuck is Larry doing in there?" You never seen that video? The Christian
No.
Bale. The
You've
Christian,
never seen the
the
rant?
Christian Bale rant on Terminator Salvation.
No.
Gee,
It's iconic.
Gee, get this fucking amateur off the set.
What the?
You're in my scene.
He calls
No.
him G.
Now I know that.
Oh, good for you.
You son of a bitch.
You're actually doing-
Let me
you're doing
finish my
pretty
pitch. But yeah.
You're not a queen.
Wait, hold on. Just skip to like the very. Shane. I'm trying to do a scene, and I'm going.
Fucking ass!
What the fuck is Shane doing in there?
Fucking set, you prick!
Is this real?
Yeah, it's real.
Now don't just be sorry.
Think for one fucking second.
The fuck are you doing? Are you professional or not? Yes, I am. Do I
like
fucking
slipping
walk
out of
around
the-
and rip that? No, shut the fuck up, Bruce. Do I want? No!
No!
Don't shut me up. Am I gonna walk
to the
around and
middle.
rip your fucking lights down in the middle of a scene?
What the fuck?
I'm trying to fucking do a scene here, and I'm going, why the fuck is Shane walking in there? What is he doing there? Do you understand my mind
the
is
fuck
not
is
in the
Shane
scene
doing?
if you're doing that?
It's like slipping in from a Welsh to like American accent. He's
Stay
like,
off the
"What the
fucking set."
fuck are you doing?" Like he does. It's so good.
Anyway, Adam, finish
Oh
it
yeah,
up.
I'm sorry.
Finish up.
I don't know why we got out. We started listening to that.
Well, I mean, I thought it was like a movie scene or something. It was actually real.
No, yeah.
But yeah, Killer Queen is basically everything in the first movie is amped up. There's so much cringe, but the cringe makes it better. The cringe is like special sauce. It's like an acquired taste. But there's so many funny ass deaths, just and more TikTok stars and other bullshit. Yeah, it's basically gay and dumb, but you know, if you
What's wrong
look
with it
past
being
it.
It's gay and
Yeah,
dumb.
what?
Why is it?
That's racist.
Shit.
Take a
wrong with
shot.
it?
Take a shot.
Yeah, you take a shot for that.
I'm going to hell.
We don't tolerate racism.
Get
here.
rubber band.
But yeah, basically the deaths are fun. It's stupid gore. There's actually a really crazy twist in the second movie. And that bitch who you liked, whatever, the babysitter,
Samara Weaving.
she comes back. That's why she's a legacy character.
Nice.
Yeah, I spoiled the ending for everybody. who's
If I had
watching.
like a movie, I would put her. There's 3 movies that I would make if they gave me money. I'd make a movie where it's Robert Duvall screaming at people, and then the other one, I forget.
Sam Rockwell.
Well, that was
Iron
the
Man
third.
2.
If that was the third
the
one, it'd
third
be a
one?
Justin Hammer solo movie. And then what was the second one, dude? I forgot.
remember.
Fuck. Whatever. I'll figure it out.
I can look it up.
All right,
look at
all right. Let's do Troy. What do you got for us?
Mine is...
Oh, the guy, Chris Evans' character from The Losers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jensen.
My movie is the Jim Carrey version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I don't know, this movie, if you're a Dr. Seuss purist, you probably hate it, but I think it's so much fun. There are so many great quotes in this movie that I use all the time, and I think like actually the set design and everything actually looks great.
Oh yeah, it's great.
And Jim Carrey himself as the Grinch, like that's even just a costume. It looks awesome, and his performance, he's so over the top, and Jim Carrey is a real life cartoon character, so he just fits the role so well.
You know, this movie is Jeanette McCurdy's first role. She's Cindy Lou Who.
No,
That wasn't Jeanette McCurdy.
You said my word.
That's
Yeah.
not, that's a name of a person.
That's a what? I could write that down, can't I?
You can't write down names.
I can't.
Well, okay. Hold
Son
on.
of a bitch.
Is that a
Come
fact?
on.
The official rule is you can't do names or characters, names of characters or actors and actresses. We've never had someone try to do an actress that's not in the movie before.
Come on.
But yeah, no, it doesn't
Son
count.
of a bitch.
It doesn't count.
bro.
Wait, did he say the thing? What was the thing I told him to say?
What?
The-
What thing?
before.
Go ahead, Troy. Continue.
Anyway,
I forget.
yeah.
Fuck.
So I don't know. I think like this movie is so quotable and memeable for a reason. It's just
when
it's
I
just
was
a ton of
little, when I
fun.
was little, when my mom was getting me dressed, I always used to go, "That's what I'm not going."
dude. I still think like that quote plays in my head when I'm like going someplace. Like
Yeah.
actually, I'm not going.
What about
it's
it's solve world hunger? Tell no one.
Tell no one. And even him going down his little schedule, it's so good.
That's
I
called
mean-
Brandon. You'll cut that out.
I heard no. Why would I? After all the shit you've said, all the shit Adam said, and I'm gonna cut that out?
Yeah, cut
You
that
kidding
out.
me?
What did I
I don't-
say?
Listen, man, let's go, Brandon. I agree.
All I said was Karate Kid's a great movie.
Troy, are you done?
I mean, I could just gush about this all day. I mean, but yeah, I mean, for
No,
the most
it's a
part,
good movie.
So can
It-
I,
it's
because
just so
everybody
much
likes
fun.
this movie, asshole.
No, it has
But-
a 40-something on
Yeah, it's
Metacritic.
considered
Oh,
a
son
bad
of a bitch.
movie.
I don't.
It's considered
I
a
don't.
bad
I
movie.
don't listen to any actual like critic scores. I usually
Don't
only-
tell
I
it to
only
his
do
cousin.
the audience scores. Is the audience score low?
That's a good question. I actually don't know, but I mean, I know like people our age, like people love this movie.
Yeah, it's great, man.
It's I mean, how could you just not watch Jim Carrey be Jim Carrey for 2 hours, however long this thing is?
I mean, also they don't like all the Christmas movies they make that are live action or animated today don't have the same vibe. It's so like like Disney won't make 2D animation anymore.
Yeah,
and
'cause
you
they're
wa-
stupid.
It's like that kind of thing. When they make Christmas movies, it doesn't feel the same.
Because they
Right.
don't make crazy sets like this anymore. Like Batman
it's
and
so
Robin has
elaborate.
crazy sets. It's like,
yeah,
I know, I'm serious.
I know what you're saying. What,
Yeah.
what, Johnny?
On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 49%, and the audience score is 56.
Okay, so that's not as
It's better at least, I guess.
One of my favorite things is him when he goes down his checklist of his plans and dinner with myself. I can't
Can't
cancel
cancel
that
that
again.
again.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's
Or like
so
when he's
good.
like, "I'm an idiot. You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so good. I mean,
Yeah,
you can
no,
laugh
it's
about this
great.
for hours.
Yeah, Ron Howard directed. It's such a weird movie. Like you'd watch it,
Right?
and be like, Ron Howard directed that. What the fuck?
It's
The fucking
weird.
guy from the kid from Andy Griffith.
And what's his face narrates it?
Oh, Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins. Yep. It's so good. It's just, it's something that I always try to make the point to watch it around every Christmas season. I try to watch it.
Oh yeah. Doing Christmas on screenshots was so much fun with you guys, except for the one that you fucked up, Johnny.
What
By the way,
do you
if you
mean?
guys are
If
are
only there
new
was
to the
footage.
show, we filmed an incredible Christmas bonus episode for screenshots, and I forget what episode it is, but it's down at the bottom. Just scroll down, and try to find it. Johnny stopped recording the thing, so we recorded like an hour and a half of an incredible
It was
podcast.
gold. It was
And by the
gold.
end, I'm like, why didn't this record?
What are you talking
And
about?
shut up. And then I found out it was because Johnny
told you
just
that?
stopped recording the whole thing. He went to go look for his chapstick and pressed a
It
button.
was my jacket because you moved it.
Shut
Yep.
up.
Who told
shut,
you this?
Shut up.
It was it's my fault, but it's Mark's fault that it was my fault.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
it-
like when you say you're never wrong unless it's this time, then it doesn't count.
And then Johnny came in and was like, "Did I do that?" It's really disrespectful.
And then
Yeah,
Adam
I
tried
said it
kissing
like
me at
Honestly,
that.
some point.
insulting.
Adam tried kissing me on the lips at some point. We had
Yeah.
to stop
Okay,
him.
Yeah.
that
Had to
never
stop him.
happened. Troy's literally
Yeah.
so below my league.
But yeah, it's true.
He's a
And
filthy
by the way,
animal.
this scene that's playing is also
actually
great.
likes Ant-Man and the
Him
Wasp.
going down the list. I hate.
All right, Johnny.
I'm
Let's-
more of a
great.
fan of the
Let's-
OG Grinch though, because I like the animation. And
Well, yeah, I mean the
like his little
animation's
poor
great.
little dog. It's like,
The animation's great for the OG Grinch, but I mean I also like the OG one more just because. But
Oh,
that's
you
more,
said
that's more regardless.
he said great.
Oh, is that really one of
Yeah,
them?
Did I say great?
yeah. You said
Did he?
You
Okay,
said the
go
OG
ahead. Half a
whatever is
shot.
great.
Half a
Oh,
shot.
That sucks.
All right, let's do Johnny. Let's wrap us up. What we got?
Okay,
chicken.
I'm gonna go. I'm still gonna go with the main show. I'm gonna do Spider-Man 3.
No, I should have picked that.
Yeah.
I thought of that too.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so
Spider-Man.
I think the dance scene is very, especially now. Like you go back, okay, the dance scene. This movie's become like an artifact in like movie history that when you go back and watch it, like I'm watching with my family before No Way Home came out, and we all get so excited when he does that with his hair. He like puts his hair
does
down,
the Batman.
and we're like, oh shit! Like here it comes, and the scene is playing, and we're having so much fun, dude. It's like when you have this new perspective on it, like 10 years later. A lot of it, I think originally it was made to be ironic. It was on purpose that it was supposed to be this crazy dumb scene because it makes sense for his character arc. But I think maybe it was just edited a little bit. I think in the editor's cut it works a little bit better because they switched some stuff around. But
It's pretty well shot too.
yeah, and like I think like I think it's misunderstood. But now looking back on it, now that you have this new perspective on like, oh my god, here it comes. Like I think it's doing its job. I think it's doing the job it was supposed to do like 10 years earlier. But I like Peter's arc in this one where it's just him, like after the first two movies of like, especially Spider-Man 2, where like nothing is going, like he cannot catch a break, which is why Spider-Man 2 is like the best Spider-Man movie ever because he never gets a break. It's like the whole point of his character. Everything is done so well in that movie, and in this one, I like that things are finally going well for him, and he's in. You guys are laughing at something.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Things are finally going so well for him, and he just lets it get to his head. Like he's just some nerdy guy who's like, "Oh my god, they love me!" Like finally.
That's why I
And-
hate
yeah.
about sometimes the interpretation of Spider-Man. They won't make him like. I need life to beat the shit out of Peter Parker.
They did that in Spider-Man too.
No, I know. I that's why those Spider-Mans are great.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying like in the newer ones when I see Tom Holland going like, I'm gonna go to my really privileged school and then date a
Yeah.
girl. That's my worst
Yeah,
problem.
Well, that's
but-
what
you
they
know?
fixed. They fixed
Yeah,
it in the new
yeah, yeah.
movie. They fixed
Exactly.
it. That's why it's gonna be incredible.
I can't wait for the next one.
Arguably, it could
Um,
possibly be better than Spider-Man 2.
Could be.
The new ones are coming up.
I think the visual effects in this,
Spider-Man 3.
yeah, especially Spider-Man 2. I mean, like obviously some of these have shots where you're like, okay, that didn't age, but most of the visual effects in this trilogy, and especially Spider-Man 2 and 3, like especially the Sandman stuff in this movie is fantastic. Still better. It's still better than the
Except
Sandman
for
stuff in No
mud.
Way Home.
Except for the returns in the mud, it looks rough.
Yeah, I'm sure I don't really remember that. I'm sure you're probably right, but
But no, the sand. You're right. It is incredible. The sand.
he's such a. I think the movie should have. Obviously there's too like Iron Man 2. There's too much stuff going on, but I do like all the stuff with Harry. Even though it's like, yeah, he lost his memory. Okay, whatever. But do you know how many times, bro? When I was little, and I was on the bus going to school in like 4th grade, and I'm just like daydreaming. How many times I daydreamed about being Spider-Man?
Yeah, of course. Come on.
And Venom has me on the thing. I'm going, ah. And then like whoever my friend was at the time is like shows up as Harry Osborn and blows up his head and stuff. That was fun. But
How does the movie do critically? I mean, I know it could.
it got a 58 on Metacritic. I'm pretty sure. And it got like low 70s, 60s on Rotten Tomatoes. But the audiences were like, people kind of soured on it, especially after Spider-Man 2. It's like, they got
Right,
kind of
yeah.
angry.
I got a question. Mostly,
But it made a
for
shit ton of money. It just didn't have a good opening week. It didn't have good legs.
what this movie, and you guys are gonna have. I feel like a stronger like feel about this because I don't think Johnny really cares for the other half of my question. What do you like better? Because they're both seen as like bad movies, yet 15 years later, everyone's like, I cannot live without it. Spider-Man 3 or Revenge of the Sith?
Spider-Man 3.
Sith.
I hate the prequels. I hate them all.
I'll
Spider-Man
yeah,
3
Sith
though,
any
I
day.
love it.
Okay,
Sith,
all
I'll take
right.
any day.
The problem with that question is I don't give a. I literally do
That's
not
why I just
care
said that.
about
That's
Star
why I
Wars.
said like
yeah.
you wouldn't.
Even though I've seen all of
give a
them.
shit.
Besides,
I
Solo
own
is the
all of
best
them.
movie in Star Wars.
Is that a
Anyway,
fact?
anyway.
As Mark would agree with
Is
me.
that a
But-
fact?
As I caught him watching the Solo movie.
All right. Anyway.
I saw.
I got you, you little bitch.
I saw-
got you.
You kind of sound like Green Goblin when you did
Yeah. Wait, say Norman's on sabbatical.
that. Norman's on sabbatical,
Say it, say
sweetheart.
it.
Whatever he said.
Norman's on sabbatical.
honey.
Then Spider-Man
Strong enough to have it all. Too weak to take it. That's really it.
Okay.
I saw a really good thing. This guy was like rewriting Spider-Man 3, and he goes, "Okay, look. The Harry losing his memory thing is dumb, right? So what I would do is have that, because also the individual action scenes in this movie are fantastic. The one of the fight, even though it's kind of goofy, the fight of
looks
them fighting in Harry's place, and then the other, and then the swinging through the city. Yeah, oh, it's so good. But
Gonna beat your little ass.
yeah,
Go watch our review of every single Spider-Man.
yeah, we did all the
Yes,
Spider-Man.
We did all the
That's a good
Spider-Man
idea.
movies.
Yeah.
And Adam wasn't
Um,
there. It was great.
But so this guy goes, okay, so look, get that out of there, right? So because it's dumb. So we take out Harry losing his memory, and we put in Harry hitting his head and losing his memory, except he doesn't. You think he loses his memory the whole movie, and then when Peter is all struggling like this, and Sandman's killing him and bopping him on the head, and Venom's choking him, all of a sudden you see Harry come out and go, "It was me, Peter. I didn't lose my memory, you fucking idiot. I still remember what you did to me." And then he figures it out. But that would have been so good.
Would have been much better.
That would've
Me,
been a lot-
Barry.
Dude, that dance scene, fuck you. And that dance scene's actually really good. I love when he's
It
like
is good.
he's about to lay down on top of Betty Brant, and what's his name comes in. J. Jonah Jameson comes in, goes, "Miss Brant, that's not the position I hired you for."
Jonah Jameson's the best character.
He's the
Jonah
best character
Jameson?
in these movies. Dude, they better make Spider-Man 4.
Not my temper.
It's not
Oh
gonna
my
happen.
god, can you imagine if Sam Raimi was just like, "Yeah, I'll make Doctor Strange for you." Turns it in, it's just Spider-Man 4.
That'd
Dude,
be
that'd
awesome.
be sick.
That'd be really funny.
I mean, there's no better chance now. The chances for Spider-Man 4 have never been better.
It's true. As well as another Andrew.
If you don't get
Garfield
it now, we'll
movie.
never.
Yeah.
But
I
it
think
probably
we
won't
might.
happen. Really, you think so?
How
I think
crazy!
it'll
What if they
happen.
made a Tobey? Here's the thing: though, I don't want to see them keep coming back because the more they come back, the less important it is.
Yes.
This is a good one. I think I'd actually prefer, even though I'd love to see them again, I'd actually prefer just have it be a one and done thing because now all their characters are wrapped up very nicely.
I want them to do the entire, like if they're going into this multiverse thing and the Doctor
Shit.
Strange shit, I want them to do that. Okay, we're gonna see the first Hulk that they did. We'll see not only the 2003 version, but
Ang Lee.
what's his name? The first
Ed
Hulk.
Norton. Oh, Lou Ferrigno.
We'll do Lou
Okay.
Ferrigno. We'll do the 2003 one.
Yeah, but the problem with just like show that's why I'm concerned with Doctor Strange, because in No Way Home, like Toby and Andrew's Spider-Mans like were there for a reason, and not only did they help Peter grow as a character, but Peter also helped them grow as a character. Like Toby got some resolution with him teaching Peter not to kill Goblin, and the guy who killed who killed Aunt May ended up not getting killed, and he kind of got some resolution with that. Obviously, Andrew catching MJ, he got some resolution there too, and that's what that's what made their reappearance feel so organic and,
Well-
and not gimmicky. And then Doctor Strange too. It's like, what if Tom Cruise was Iron Man? Maybe, possibly.
It's
Even though
funny, but I just want
you know?
cameos. I was just like, like if Doctor Strange is looking through a portal
Martin
to find out.
Scorsese would
Shut up,
disapprove.
Shut up. If Doctor Strange was looking through a portal to go to another like universe, and we just see Lou Ferrigno like picking up a car or something, like that would be enough for me, you know?
That's good. I can guarantee you that like stuff like this is gonna happen. The X-Men are gonna
Yeah.
be there.
Deadpool's gonna have
Ben
to show
Affleck's
up.
gonna be there.
Wait, what? Do you
Oh,
think Ben Affleck's Daredevil is gonna be in?
Bro,
mean,
okay, that would be great. Come on,
I heard that-
really think they're gonna go all in.
Holy shit! Ben Affleck said he doesn't want to do any IPs anymore. You really think they convinced him to
mean-
come back as Daredevil?
I mean, they convinced him to come back as Batman. He was done with that.
Yeah, but
He
that was because it
pissed.
was Zack Snyder, and also for the Flash, he had one more movie in this contract.
Bro,
I guess.
I mentioned
don't
this to
know.
Troy. Do you know in the Daredevil movie, Daredevil just straight up jumps off the top of like a 10-story
Yes,
building.
Yes,
And he just lands.
he lands on a fucking window
Yeah,
thing.
It's like normal. He's just like,
I
I
remember
can land
watching that movie when I was in middle school, and it started at 1 a.m. and it went to like 4. It was so
Because of the
long.
commercials?
Yeah, and I watched the whole thing waiting for it to get better, and it never did. I like
Movie's so
I like
bad.
Michael Clark Duncan as the Kingpin though. He was good.
They don't even bother explaining how he does it. It's just like, he's not even super powered. He's just like, yeah, I can land from a 10-story building and I'm
Yeah,
fine.
don't even worry about it. I'm blind. Shut up.
Yeah. My blindness lets me have stronger kneecaps.
Yeah,
Do you know why though? That like Tom Cruise being Iron Man would be a thing.
because he was originally
Yeah.
supposed to be Iron Man in like the 90s or something.
Him,
It would be so
him
good.
and Sam Rockwell for the original John Favreau Iron Man. They were in the running.
It would just be funny to look
Apparently.
if they did it in a way where it's like a look at what Tony Stark's life would be if like he was this all-powered super Iron Man guy, but there was never any crime. He'd be like, I'm really smart, but I kind of just hang
I
out
can't-
all the
yeah.
time. Like that'd be a kind of like a funny take on it. Okay, we're gonna go into the next part.
Yeah, you gotta give me another one for next
All
time.
right, in 3, 2, 1.
She drank milk like a cat. She drank milk.
Ben
She drank the
Shapiro's
milk like a
sister's
cat.
So hot.
That's haha. That's weird. That's weird. That's a mirror that she drank the milk like that. Is there a video? Is there a video? Is there a video?
Dude.
Hypothetically, if there was a video, where would I go to look to get it?
All right, starting off, we got Rush Hour. Rush
No,
Hour.
stop.
Is-
You couldn't have a worse
What do
way
you want me to
start
say?
that.
What do I have to
Dude,
say?
what the?
I'm falling
Even I
asleep.
heard that. You're like,
I'm falling
we were so
asleep.
energetic. Then we took like a 2-second pause. You're like, okay, we're gonna start with
Okay,
Rush.
fine.
You cannot do that. Like we just.
All right,
Think
Rick,
of Chris
start
Tucker
it one more
farting.
No,
time.
we're not
Everybody's
starting it over.
movie.
With the audience already heard it go.
No,
we're
you're
good?
starting it over.
All right,
Oh, come
fine.
on.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, YouTube. Today we're going to talk about Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3.
Oh shit, all of them.
Boo.
Well, actually, probably Rush Hour 2 because that's my favorite.
Rush Hour
Okay.
2.
Mhm.
Okay, even though this is Rush Hour 1, funny moments.
Rush Hour 1, 2, I don't care.
All right, go ahead.
Listen,
what about
alright.
it?
Well, people say that it's like maybe they're doing like really racist stereotypes of black and Asian people or whatever. I don't give a shit. And also, people just say it's like a mediocre movie overall. Rush Hour, 10 out of 10 movie. I do not give a shit what you have to say. Objectively, it is a 10 out of 10. Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan's chemistry, top tier.
We
Shout
already
out to
got into the
Benny
politics
Shi
stuff.
Piro. What the hell was I saying? You freaking distracted me.
The
I don't know how
movie's
Mark
not
feels.
funny.
It's absolutely funny. He doesn't understand why it's funny because he's white. Listen,
Racist.
Chris Tucker oozes charisma on screen. He's so funny. If you ever watched Friday, you know how funny he could be just on his own. But him tied up with a fish out of water character like Jackie Chan, hilarious duo. Literally every scene of them is so goddamn funny. And it's so charming to see Jackie Chan interact with him, trying to interact with black culture as a foreign Chinese man. It's great. The action is really good. Jackie Chan, of course, his choreography is really well done as usual. Chris Tucker, especially in 2, actually does some great choreography himself. They work him into a lot of the action scenes. A lot of the shots are practical because it was an older movie. Just it's really fun. It's a silly story. It's like the plot is like, oh, the white guy is the villain in the end. It's like some typical bullshit, but
That's the guy from Goodfellas
was he?
and from Shortcuts. Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Oh, not
You've never
Goodfellas. I'm
seen
sorry,
it
not
before.
Goodfellas. I'm fucking idiot. Reservoir Dogs.
Uh,
The guy in the jumpsuit, the son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this look. I never seen this, but I like how they're kind of like a racial kind of
I've never seen
duo,
these movies.
minority duo.
It's they stereotype the races a lot, but like it's just for the fun of like them interacting, you know?
Are they
Yeah.
cops?
Yes. Well, no, he's a cop from America or LA, and Jackie Chan is a cop from China who has to solve a case because there's Chinese involvement.
When did this come out? This is 90s?
1999.
1999?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna guess.
Oh, you guessed?
I'm gonna get
That
rid of
or
the
like
Yeah.
2000, 2001.
And you're saying people don't like this movie?
I'm saying
I
that
don't.
some people think that the fact that they're talking about races in the way they do think that it's not that good.
1998.
But I personally love it, and also
Yeah,
my
okay, it was
friends-
directed by Brett Ratner and has a 60% on Metacritic, so technically it's a bad movie.
perfect. Okay, I
Brett
don't feel bad
Ratner.
about this. It's a 10 out of 10 movie. I don't
Brett
give a shit.
Ratner.
What a guy.
I literally watch this movie all the time. Like I've probably seen it 100 times, and every single time I enjoy it thoroughly.
How do you feel about Jackie Chan's stunts being cut to hell?
It barely gets cut.
More cut than
Oh my
good
god.
movies.
Yeah, like it's not the main aspect. The main aspect is the duo. Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan just make such a great combination.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's all right. If you don't like Chris Tucker's dancing, and
Yeah, he dances and he farts.
you're too
It's
white
hilarious.
to enjoy it. That's a you problem.
You heard that.
Just kidding. I love white people, bro. What's up, my crackers?
No! All right, Trey, you want to go next?
Sure, I'll go next.
All right.
I'll do an actually funny movie this time.
What is it?
Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
What?
Wild.
Oh, I don't know if we were cutting or not. Nope. Kung Pao Enter the Fist is, yes, it's amazing. So what they did was they took an old kung fu movie, and this is like early 2000s, so this is like special back then. But they removed all the audio from it. Then they digitally added over the original guy's face. They put someone else's face and redubbed the entire movie. Made it just the most absurd, stupid comedy ever. The comedy, it is stupid. It is a stupid, dumb, idiotic movie, but it is hilarious. It is hilarious what they do. I mean, people now do stuff like this on YouTube, so like it's not as special anymore. But I think this is probably one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
Who plays the white guy?
Steve Odenkirk or something, Odenkirk, something like that. He's the director actually of the
Oh yeah.
added parts, the stuff that they added, and they CGI, like they green screen other things into it. But he dubs over the entire movie and makes it stupid. Yeah.
What
like,
the fuck was
yes.
that?
Steve
You
Odenkirk.
have to hear the
14
joke.
on Metacritic.
Yeah, it's
It got what on Metacritic?
14.
14. It's
Holy shit.
yes, it is. You would consider it a bad movie. I think it's hilarious. Like, see, that's something they added into the movie that obviously doesn't happen in the original movie. But it's essentially one giant shit post, is what it is.
She has one tit.
The uniboob lady. It's so good. You have terrible early 2000s.
Holy
CGI.
shit.
What the fuck is this shit? What the hell?
No, the thing
What?
is-
For anybody listening,
hell is
there's like a
this?
terrible seat back at the barnyard cow who's like fighting the main guy, and it looks crazy. He's like punching his little penises he's got there on the thing that shoot milk, and they're doing they're doing a Matrix thing with the milk
It's
shooting
early
milk.
2000s.
Dude, that's such a
Early
hack bit,
2000s.
though.
It's
They
early
always do
2000s.
this bullshit with the Matrix in the
It's early
2000s.
2000s. Betty, Master Betty. That's what they dub over his name. His name is Master Betty.
Rush Hour is so much
and
better.
he has the power to change people's clothing color because when they re-edited the movie, obviously some things were out of line, so they gave him the power to change people's clothing. And it's the stupidest thing. It's the stupidest garbage ever, but I think it's hilarious. Like, just me explaining it doesn't do it justice. You have to actually like hear the clips and all that, and the voices he uses. It's stupid. It's literally something that someone would make on YouTube in 10 minutes. But back then it was like, well, this is special. Look what he did. He
Is it like a
literally added himself.
Mars Attacks kind of vibes?
I've never seen Mars Attacks.
You really
I have
never
no
seen
idea.
Mars
Mars Attacks
Attacks?
is funny.
I thought you were like, because last time we mentioned that, you were like, oh, good movie, good pick. I thought that was
No,
you.
that was
Maybe-
me.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah, because
Oh,
I had
yeah.
just watched it probably.
Gotcha.
No, yeah, it's just a weirdo movie. Like, I could see why, like, if I showed it to you guys, if you guys hated it, I wouldn't be shocked at all. But if you guys loved it, I also wouldn't be shocked because it's just the dumbest humor.
Gotcha.
Oh, we should do.
Like-
we should do. I'm sorry, you go.
No, I was going to give an example. Like, the one dude runs in, he's like, whatever, Kung Fu man, like, just some random Japanese man, Chinese guy runs in.
Japanese, Chinese.
Yeah.
Can't tell the difference.
Where the movie originated. Okay, Mr. White People Suck.
Can't
Whatever.
tell the difference, huh?
Shut up. Anyway, he runs in and he's shirtless. And whatever he says in the real movie, who knows? But he runs in and says, "My nipples look like milk duds." And that's the quote.
What do
And it's
milk duds
amazing.
look like?
You've
Milk duds?
never
You never had
had a
milk
milk
I've never
dud?
had a milk dud.
Imagine
Johnny's a
bald
liar.
black
though.
man's
It's like
head.
brown candies.
Oh, okay.
And he does have extremely dark
What?
nipples.
I've had
You
raisinets.
never heard that?
It looks like
Like-
almost a raisinette.
Alright.
Almost a raisinette.
What did you say?
Never mind.
Don't
I think
repeat
it's
it. Don't repeat it.
worth repeating.
Oh boy.
They're gonna take us off the internet.
All right, Johnny, what do you got for us?
I've mentioned this movie.
Good movie.
Is it the one I think it is?
Yeah. I watched this. This is the whole reason we're doing this podcast, is so I could talk about how I like this. I think this is a great movie. I love Iron Man 2.
Son of a bitch.
I love it so much, as you could tell from this ad that we're now watching, because Mark didn't look. Listen, it's got. First of all, just look at the cast, right? It's just everybody has such great chemistry together, and there's such a raw, fun energy, no matter what happens in the movie. I think Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer is like actually one of the best Marvel villains out of all the Marvel. I think he's absolutely fantastic. If you go to the one scene where he's showing all the guns, that's such a fantastic scene, man. And like he's just going through all this shit, going, oh, this minigun, the soldiers call it Uncle Caspacho and stuff like that. And this is the ex-wife. It'll bust the bunker under the bunker you just busted. And then he's like, it's not this going enough for you and stuff like. He's just saying all these crazy things. But I think, even though it's like this, it's really just a giant, really fun movie. I do think there are some flaws, but I do think there are some really good thematic things that they did with Iron Man that kind of, but the structure of those ideas kind of got a little meddled with when Marvel kind of was trying to force some stuff in with the Avengers. But even the Avengers stuff is still like fun to watch. Like I told my dad, one of the problems with this movie is that there's too much of stuff that I love watching, and there's no room for it, but I love watching all of it. And one of the cool things they do with Tony Stark's character arc is, after he makes he makes this change in the first Iron Man, the one thing that they do now is they kind of focus on his dad a little bit, and it focuses on his legacy. He goes, it's about legacy and stuff. And one of the cool things they do is that his blood, which represents his legacy, because that's his blood, it's his family's blood. The blood toxicity is killing him because the arc reactor whatever it's fueled by is actually poisoning him. So
Oh, yeah, what did they say it was?
it's like palladium or something
Yeah,
like that.
something weird.
But it's the thing that's keeping him alive is also killing him, and that's such a good like I guess metaphor or whatever for his situation because he has to the thing which how do I explain this? The thing that's keeping him alive is the arc reactor, which it also represents his legacy. But the thing that's also killing him is his legacy because Ivan Vanko and his dad with Ivan Vanko's father and Tony Stark's father had some some sketchy stuff going on there. And, Tony Stark's dad did some questionable things. He has to break free of that by creating a new element, a new legacy that'll start his own thing. And it has to, that's his. I'm not good at explaining stuff, but that's what I think is really strong about that movie. And I think Justin Hammer's a good villain because he's basically Iron Man. He's basically Tony Stark if he never got trapped in a cave in Iron Man 1. He's basically just this boyish kind of going around like it's so strange because I don't get the sense that he like his character likes doing that stuff or he's just going, well, this is what Tony Stark would have done. So I'm going to be all cool and charismatic and Anthony and he's got at the board meeting and stuff. They have the best recasting of all time. Don Cheadle as War Machine, he just walks in and goes, look, it's me. I'm here. Deal with it. Let's move on. You never think about the recasting
War Machine
again.
in that movie is such a bitch.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
He stole. Dude, he is actually the most piece of shit friend.
Shut up.
And he should have been asking Tony for forgiveness. This
Yeah,
cocksucker
yeah,
took his
yeah,
suits.
yeah,
He took his suits. What kind of friend is that? And then gave it to the U.S. Army so he could kill Yemenis children. They want to slaughter little brown boys like me.
Also, Iron Man, the pre-Disney Iron Man's hit. Like they feel
Totally different.
They hit different, man.
Yeah.
They feel.
I mean, like you're not gonna see any Marvel character go into the Middle East and like shoot terrorists ever again. Like you're not gonna see that.
yeah, that was
Good old
crazy.
That was like a
the
that was
good
cool.
old days. The good old days, yeah. Let me see if there's anything else I can say about this. Let me just interrupt this entire.
You know what I think is cool though about all the Iron
What
Man
did I put in
movies?
my letterbox review, dude? I even like the Whiplash. I think he's fine. I think he's all. I like that he's all weird and Mickey Rourke. It doesn't make
I like
any.
Whiplash.
This movie makes Mickey Rourke being in this movie makes no sense outside of the year 2010. 2010 is the only year where it makes sense for him to be in this movie because he just won the Oscar. And like, oh yeah, put him in Iron Man and stuff. And he's all weird with these weird fingernails. He's like, I want my bird. I want my bird. I can get you a bird. I can get you 10 birds. I want my bird. Like this is weird, quirky stuff throughout the entire movie, man. Like the scene where Tony goes into Pepper's office and there's that weird Ferris wheel
Pendulum.
thingy.
The
Yeah.
pendulum, yeah.
And like I listened to the Jon Favreau director commentary of this movie. He's talking about like we had this weird thing. The production design lady was like, "Hey, I have this thing. Like the whole point is that you're not supposed to notice the production design really." And he's like, "All right, why don't we just put it in his close up?" And it's just like this weird little thing. There's so many great interactions between all these characters, and I love it so much in this movie. Also has the best Iron Man suit of all time.
Well,
The
I was
suitcase suit.
gonna talk about the suits. I think it's cool how with the Iron Man movies they were like obviously they planned things very well for the Marvel Universe, but the way they planned out the progression of how his suits got more intricate, like in Iron Man 1, he was like struggling to get into the suit or get out of the suit, right? And then as the movie went on, it was easier for him to get into the suit and out of the suit. Then Iron Man 2, he had the suitcase suit and stuff. That was cool. Then Iron Man 3, he just parks his Iron Man suit outside of a restaurant and then just walks into it. Like, the progression of his suit being easier to get in and get out of is really cool. Then in Avengers, he had that whole platform where he would walk as it was being taken off him. Then all the way to the last movie where he had nanobots. Like it's cool seeing the progression. So I think this is like the first time, or the first movie, obviously, because there's a second Iron Man, where
Also,
we saw the progression of his suit.
This is like the one of the last movies where or maybe Avengers, but this is like one of the last movies where his suit actually felt real.
Yeah,
Because it was in some sense.
I like this movie. I never had a problem with it. I'm like, I don't like rewatching Marvel movies. I think they're like it's like eating too much candy. Like I just can't do it again. But I like this movie.
Bro, wasn't there some ending where he's like, let me see the map of Tony Stark land, and then he looks at it and he's like, oh, that's how I invent the device.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, well-
He put the structure for the element
That
in
was
the map.
insane.
Yeah, but who cares? I mean, it's. I mean, that's the whole thing. Like this movie's so fun. Like it makes you just get like all the characters are at the end of the day are what makes a movie memorable. And I think all of them work so well together, man. Like Happy and Black Widow shows up. Like Black Widow's stuff
I
is
like
good,
Black
even
Widow
though she's
in
kind
there.
of in the movie for no reason a little bit. But like everybody's just so good, fun to watch, man. Especially Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell, you got to put in a clip of that dance he does.
Okay.
Put in the clip of Sam Rockwell going out and doing the dance, going.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Too. On the stage.
Yeah, that movie's. I would love to see Sam Rockwell come back. Put him in Armor Wars.
I think I'm gonna rate Adams a 2
More
because
the mathematics.
I don't really like. I've never seen the movie, but I've always thought it was supposed to be a good movie, and what I've seen, it looks pretty good. So him convincing me it's good when I already think it's good isn't gonna do much.
Bro, I was convinced to change it. This is bullshit.
And then Troy, I actually completely forgot what movie he chose.
Kung
What-
Pao. The
Oh
movie was
yeah,
dubbed over.
yeah. Okay, that movie looks like really shitty, but I'm gonna give you a 4, and then
Hooray!
I give Johnny a 3 because I already liked the movie, but it's not the best one in my opinion.
It's a goddamn setup.
After we
This isn't
were
making-
done,
this is
I'm
kind of
Doesn't
really-
make any
shitty.
sense. Doesn't make any sense. So what that means,
It's a side.
Adam,
Dude, you're
Adam,
like
shut the
you're
fuck
like
up.
Drew Carey
Shut
on
the fuck up. Adam lost the
He's
most.
like Drew Carey on Whose Line Is It Anyway, where he's like, 1,000 points. Yeah, you get,
Adam
you
lost
get
the
10
most.
schmeckles.
Adam lost the most, so he's got to get the rubber band.
What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
You
He
guys
doesn't
set me
drink.
up.
You do the honors.
Freaking deep state bullshit.
Come on, you motherfucker.
What the hell? Oh my god. Freaking piece of shit.
After we're done filming,
This isn't
I
gonna-
gotta show you guys. A
This
clip
isn't
from
gonna
that
hurt him
movie.
because it's too big of a rubber band. Like I can't fucking. See, it doesn't.
Want me to get a
No,
smaller
I-
one?
It
Wait,
pretty
hold
much
on.
hurt the exact same way.
Do we have any honorable mentions before we shut it down?
I have my movie recommendation.
Correct.
Oh, I was
Well,
gonna say.
do we have an honorable?
Ooh,
Yeah.
I was gonna have Land of the Lost, the Will Ferrell.
Okay.
The opening scene of that with
Alright.
Matt Lauer is fantastic. Steven Spielberg's 1941. It was a blockbuster comedy that bombed that nobody liked, but I actually kind of like it. Drobit Taylor with Owen Wilson. I fucking love that movie.
Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
movie's a little weird, but yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. So and also Swing. The movie that's gonna be my recommendation is called Swing Shift.
Swing Shift. Do you guys have any honorables?
I would say for me, the Star Wars prequels, because I think there's a lot of cool stuff going on there, and it has some of the best stuff in Star Wars in terms of the score and the sound design and all that.
Star Wars Episode 1, The Fast and the Furious, as I call it.
It might as well be. I also really like the second Hobbit movie, just for the dragon. I like that.
I think the Hobbits are so bad.
They're not good. Don't get me wrong, but I love all the stuff with the
Even
dragon.
they're just not. I can't. I don't even want to talk about the
Look
Hobbit.
at the bright side though. The new installment's got to be great.
Oh, it'll be awesome. Thank you, Amazon.
Dude,
You-
hold
you're
on,
right.
can I ask? Wait, why is everybody like? Because I saw I saw the trailer for the Lord of the Rings thing, and I'm like, okay, it looks like a boring Lord of the Rings thing. What?
No, he's only saying that because he knows I hate what they're creating. Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
Like they're completely.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question. How come? Because I saw the trailer. I'm like, okay, that looks like a boring. I don't.
Cosplay.
I've only seen Lord of the Rings, the first one. I haven't watched. I don't even remember like watching it. But like, I'm like, okay, I don't care about this. I'll watch it. I'm like, yeah, fine, whatever. And everybody's like, they're ruining it. Like, how? Like, why is why is it terrible?
a few reasons? A
A lot of reasons.
First of all, there were. I don't know if this is true or not. There were like some speculations on whether or not they actually had the complete rights to the book they were claiming to adapt, the Silmarillion. And I don't know if this is true. The last time I heard about it, last time I looked into it, this is what people were saying, that they didn't have the full rights to adapt the book. But even if that wasn't the case, they're trying to make a series, at least a 5-season series on a book that's 300 pages. That it can't be done. Also, in Lord of the Rings, the time span between characters' life and death is thousands of years. They're compressing it into hundreds of years, which completely changes the way characters interact with each other. What are you laughing at?
It's just funny that you're totally fucking geeking out. On
I
this
am
stupid
very
bullshit.
angry. Also, the way they're portraying the characters, like the women dwarves are supposed to have like full on beards, like longer than like 2 feet long, right? And they're not doing that. I don't know why. They're also focusing on like single mother characters, and it's like weird. Like they're making it so woke that like everyone's annoyed about it, and they're changing the actual plot. They're changing the plot. What are you doing?
I'm gonna say
What are you doing?
I am
Are you-
100% in your corner on this.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck are you talking about? You stupid motherfucker.
You don't even know what Lord of the Rings is
You
about,
go,
and you asked me.
First of all,
Look
you're
what
on the
I
right track. Like they're
started.
trying to make 5 seasons out of a 300-page book. It's like, okay, I get that. And then you're getting really angry. You're like, dude, the women are supposed to have beards. What the fuck are they doing? You fucking idiot. Why would they make the women have beards?
Canonically, that's what they have.
Who fucking cares?
Because they're supposed to be Germanic dwarves that live underground.
Dude, the women. Okay,
Well, they're not
so
women. They're female dwarves.
Dude, oh my, that's the funniest shit I've
Children,
ever
too.
heard, dude. Like just some bitch who's like hot as fuck walking
Well,
on the
no,
screen.
they
No, they're
wouldn't be
not.
hot as
And
fuck
Mark
because
being
they're
like so
female
pissed.
dwarves.
This is what I'm picturing. Like Mark being pissed at like fucking, like
Where the
Margot
fuck is
Robbie
your
walks on
beard?
screen. He's like, where the fuck is her beard, dude? They're Why is that woke? If they're not giving them beards.
I know when they're focusing on like a single mother kind of aspect. They're also
That's not woke.
yeah, because it's not even a part of Lord of the Rings. Also,
Oh.
one of the arguments against Lord of the Rings,
That's the fun. That's the best.
one of
memory
the
ever.
arguments they make against Lord of the Rings is that it's or they say it's not supposed to be religious. Meanwhile, Tolkien based the entire story off religion in the Bible and the Abraham from the Bible and like the adventure there's a title for the type of story he does. Anyway, and then they try to remove the beginnings of what Lord of the Rings was supposed to be like. I'm not happy with
That sentence rivaled the other day when you were wearing the pink shirt with the French hat, and you
Okay.
go, "Well, actually, the word incel has evolved." And
I
went,
think it's time
"Shut
to
your
end the
fucking-"
episode.
Yeah, let me
Yo,
recommend the movie.
you're
So
you already
Black-pilled?
did.
no, I didn't.
What?
You're black pilled.
Black pilled means you think things are gonna get better, isn't? Or is that white pilled?
I have
That's
no clue.
racist. Shut up. So anyway, my movie that I'm recommending is called Swing Shift, and it's also in keeping with the theme of bad movies that are actually good. This movie wasn't well received at the time. It has a 60 on Metacritic, a 5.9 user rating on IMDb. Jonathan Demme directed it. It was written by one of my favorite screenwriters, Nancy Dowd. Bo Goldman has an uncredited screenwriting hand in the thing. He also wrote One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And the premise is a woman finds romance when she takes a job at an aircraft plant to help make ends meet after her husband goes off to war. So we
What are you saying okay
we're
for?
introduced to this couple like kind of like in this innocent time in America before World War II, and then Pearl Harbor is attacked, and then her husband has to go off to war, and then she meets Kurt Russell at this factory, and it's there's kind of a romance there. And this movie was kind of the studio interference got in the way of this movie, and a lot of stuff was cut out, and people said it wasn't there was a lot of stuff that was missing. It was kind of blunt in some place. But I thought it was a great movie when I watched it. I had no idea. Actually got nominated for an
What's
Oscar.
so funny?
Do the women
I'm
have
just
beards
happy
in that
about what I
movie?
started.
No, they don't,
That was
which
funny.
sucks.
That's unfortunate.
I would have loved if they had some beards.
Bro, it's not fucking cool, man. It's not even. Never mind. Okay, let's do a word reveal. Adam,
Yeah,
what
I kinda
stupid
fucked
fucking words did you have?
Stupid.
Go ahead. What stupid fucking word you have?
I'd like to consider my words that of an intellectuals. So my first one is sucks. You get it? Because like the words, like we're
'Cause,
talking
like, you
about
like
bad
to suck.
movies. Like,
Go ahead.
yeah, bro, this movie
Continue.
sucks. My next one is poopy.
Poopy.
Yeah, because some of these movies might be poopy, you know.
Okay.
Maybe someone else wrote that one. Alligator. That's because I wanted to figure out which one of you idiots would get caught by such a stupid word. Like,
Hey, that was
you
in
have to be
context
so
of Godzilla.
dumb.
Okay. Guess who's walking home tonight?
Such a loser to not understand that alligator is a
All right.
trick.
Next one.
Next one is another animal, actually with prehistoric ties like the alligator. Chicken.
Next one.
In case someone was hungry, you know.
I had
Jeanette
a peanut
McCurdy was
butter
my last
sandwich.
one.
Jeanette McCurdy's
There's
last
chicken in it? Yeah, Jeanette McCurdy, because for a long time she actually was the only female actress I knew. Like I didn't know any names. I
It's
just knew,
embarrassing.
I used to call everyone Jeanette McCurdy.
That's embarrassing.
Jeanette
one. All right,
McCaffrey.
Trey. What are your words?
So mine,
Jeanette
the
McDurdy.
pretext for mine is that Adam is very predictable in what he says, but the problem is I don't listen to when he speaks, so I didn't get to call him out on anything. So things like
See, this is why you're dumb.
like
and
the
I
first
got
one
you.
is trash, facts, two things that Adam loves saying, rating, camera work, and score, which are real words that Adam would never
Respectable
say.
words. Okay, Johnny.
I put great, actually, my bad movie, which is why I wanted you guys to say
You're a
it.
scumbag.
And then flack, and then people.
You're actually a piece of shit. Like you abuse the system.
Johnny's not a good friend.
Yeah, you're a bad.
I don't
being.
even I don't
I didn't do it.
Dude, how
I
can
just didn't know.
I heard it.
I didn't,
could I
didn't
be
want
on
to
that?
fart on the mic because
how
then
could
it'd be all
someone be
stinky
upset
for the
at me
next
for
person.
spitting water at the mic when he's literally spraying fecal matter?
I did not fart. I was gonna.
You're gonna
do
give
it.
other guests pink eye.
Good. I hope.
That's okay.
Oh, dude, that doesn't smell good.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're done. We're done. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.
Yeah, it is really hot here. I'm gonna go beat up all Zach's friends.
This
See
is
you on
such
the next
a good,
episode.
Let's go crash Zach's friends.
This is such a good episode.
This was. It was no Christmas.
Bro, the views are gonna go crazy when they hear me mention the alt right.